My name is Sergey Vupin. I'm head of cybercrime investigation department in Group IB. For more than 15 years, we make complex cybercrime investigations. We partnered with Interpol, Europol, and cyber police from different countries. So today I will show some tips on how we investigation cases and give several examples of recent incidents. Basically, investigation case look like this. Firstly, the customer detects an incident and calls Group IP for help. Then our colleagues from forensic lab collect the evidence. They collect different logs, restore incident chronology, and give this data to investigation department. Next step is our job. Sorry, we have some problem. Had some problem with webinar, and I could repeat. My name is Sergey Vupin, and I'm head of investigation department in Group IB. So today I will show some tips how we investigation cases and give several examples of recent incident. Basically, investigation cases looks like this. Firstly, the customer detects an incident and calls Group IP to help. Then our colleagues from forensic lab collect the evidence. They collect different logs, restore incident chronology, and give this data to investigation department. Next step is our job. Under investigation, we understand the process of searching of people who have been involved in the incident. As a result of our work, the client will have a detailed report with files and cyber criminals. We are committed to find all members of the cyber gang. For example, in online banking, fraud group more than 5 people can be involved. Usually, the cyber gang attacking online banking have the leader who manages all the processes. The personnel may not even have any technical skills. He just hires a malware developer or buy ready-to-use malware sets. Then he finds another people from malware distribution. In fact, that hosts a mobile device will the united into a botnet. The next stage is phishing botnet operator. The personnel who gives the command to the botnet to steal the money. Final step is to get the stolen money from money rules. Money rules. It is important to notice the cyber gang leaders usually find all the team via internet in underground forums. Also, at the same underground forums, leader can buy different types of malware. Hot only malware kits, service support, or even ready to use botnet with infected host. Usually, as an input data, we have IP address and domains involved in the incident. Using it it, we can find social media profiles, email address, and other data to find the person who stands behind an incident. We search the internet for open source information and use our special internal tools. To make it more clear, I will now provide some practical examples for how we can find cyber criminals and their nicknames having IP address on it. Usually, first and easy thing to do is to check who is records. We can understand country and hosting service, but this information may be fake or hidden because of data protection. So the record step is to look. So the second step is to look at PTR. It also helps to understand to what service or hosting does this host belong. Quite often, PTR records contain abuse hosting provider and or the name of VPN service that this IP address belongs to. Sometimes we see the name of the user of hosting service and IP address. Also, you should pay attention at history records of who is it could be provide country or content at this IP address. Maybe help you. Maybe will change. The best way to check what how belongs to this IP address is to run scanner of nmap ports. It allows to understand which exactly TCP or IP port opened at this IP address and what service are used there. You can see on the right side for my screen the situation when port 4446 is open here. It's impossible to connect to this port via website and see authorization in web camera. It means that this web camera is hacked and cyber criminal can use it as a proxy server. One more hits its analysis SSL certificate where contact details may be right. Also, frequently happens that information about IP address is stored in cache of search like Google or Yaml. For example, when a person leaves comments at forums or different communities, their comments are logged together with the nickname and IP address, sometimes with email address. Virus Total and another analytical tools are quite popular and useful as well. Along with IP address, it's important to pay attention at user again. Firstly, it helps to understand how many hackers or their devices have been involved in the incident. In user agent, you can see information about operation system and browser version. Secondly, user agent will be useful in this investigation. For example, you find another address with the same user agent, and this might be one of reason to suppose that this is same person who just changes the IP address. With domain situation is similar to IP address, but there are some special tricks here. For example, in domain server records, email address is written with dot instead of it. If you know this trick, you can find email address that is very useful for investigation. Usually, domain quiz history records contain more interesting information than quiz of IP address. Sometimes we find here phone numbers or email address. Also, you can look for domains in different Wayback Machine, like WebArchive.org and another website. In real life examples, criminals sometimes create website content with contact details. Then these details, whatever the whole site needs to be removed. But in web machine, you will still see the first version. So, in terms of system, Google has a lot of interesting data on domain, or you can use additional malware-related information using virus. So here you see an example of domain with hidden quiz details. But if we look at quiz history, we can see registration details, email address, and phone numbers. Email address is a great source for information. Once you know the email address, you have a lot of ways to get more additional data. For example, you can using forget password form and find additional information address. Here's an example. Account recovery via something service ram.ru, and probably it's popular Russian mail service at rambler.ru. If nickname is similar to email address, you can go to rambler.ru and check this email address has been created before. In the same form, you can see what device are used with email address and phone number mask. With email address, you can also find this person account in social media. It's very easy to make Android smartphone with empty contact list, and then create one contact with no email address and install Facebook or another application. If you allow Facebook or this application the access to contact list, it will suggest you to find your friend. As a result, you will see the Facebook account of person with this email address. You can also take the first part of email address, all singles exact domain, and try them in different mail services, Mail, Yahoo, or Yandex. More email address will help you to find more domains and other data in the internet. One more trick is sending a honeypot email to hacker. In this email, you can send a link to the resource which log files or log something different information, and you will be able to check it. Make sure that the topic of links is interesting for hacker. For example, it can be news about some cyber gang arrest. Using phone number, you can also find social media account and check what domain have been registered to it. Moreover, you can try phone number in different messages and find nicknames and profile photos. Also, with phone number, it is possible to send a request and check if this subscriber is available now. Phone number are often indexed by certain system like Google or Yandex, so we should look for more details, not for first or second page. About malware, I could tell some short information and speak about some examples. First of all, you should understand the malware distribution methods. Then analysis CNC server and networks interaction. Finally, exam port lines and debug mode. We often find a lot of interesting things here. In this example, you see bootstrap malware code lines. A few years ago, it was published at Underground Forum. We analyzed it and found name in folders. You look, see user Sergey document. So we think that it is the name of code developer Sergey. And we also found an IP address that criminal used to test this malware. This IP address is used by some company in Vladivostok. Together with police, we talked with company system administrator, who said that his friend Sergey bought and tested this malware sample. Sergey has been found and arrested shortly in Vladivostok this day. We have a lot of successful cases when we make the investigation and then catch hackers together with police. For example, last week we arrested a big cyber gang. It was 10 members who used ransomware to get profit. They attacked external RTP servers to break the network and keep files. Then they spoke with managers in this company to get the money, buy Bitcoin. We started this case 6 months ago and found hackers. Then we prepared correct evidence base. Finally, we arrested the hackers with police last week. More details coming soon in official press release. This picture about another cyber gang, Cron, that has been arrested a few years ago. Now I will show you another case. Our client received a blackmail. In this message, fraudster wrote that he wants money or he will publish sensitive information. We found this information. We found that this information was stolen from client iCloud in the Apple website. And iCloud account was hacked by his Gmail address. We helped client to correctly start the conversation and send a trap. Also followed this link and we detected his Wi-Fi IP address at home. He understands that it was a mistake and tuned off Wi-Fi, but mobile internet worked and we detected his mobile IP address as well. We found that the fraud was the client's friend. So in parallel, we looked for hacker who was hired by this friend to steal information in Gmail and then in iCloud. We found phishing email in client logs and started to investigation phishing domain names. We found another domains and a lot of registered email address. When we found phishing domain of the hacker, we started to check their IP address. We defined more hackers domains and found an interesting Gmail address. When using our internal tools, we found underground profile registration at this email. It's important to notice that additional domain names that we found were implemented in different methods in the internet. People wrote that this domain and email address were involved in the other attack like this. Using the nicknames of this person, we found his old posts at underground forums, and he offered service of hacking email, and we understand that he did it a long time, maybe since like 10 years. He had a lot of nicknames, and sometimes he messaged them and used underground nicknames at a legal official form. So at one of the medical forums, we found his post with X-ray of his nose. In Russia, on X-ray, doctors always write the surname of patient here. So we know about his surname and try to find something about him. And moreover, we found his post about different device selling. He sold an iPad in Moscow. There also has been a phone number, but it was fake. In other form, we described a rare BMW with a white color. We visited it and found the car and his numbers. As a result, we found the hacker who hacked this email address and helped our client. So thank you for the time, and if you have questions, write to my email address or here. Have question about slides? Yes, we can send it to you. Thank you, and if you have a question, you could write to my email address. Thank you.